Human Truth here, and it's time for more Otaku Evolution. Have I mentioned how much I hate Dragon Ball Minus? Because if I haven't, I do. I hate Dragon Ball Minus. If you haven't heard of it, Akira Toriyama wrote a bonus chapter of his Choco the Galactic Patrolman manga called Dragon Ball Minus that dealt with Goku's parents Bardock and Guinea, and the former suspicion of Freeza. The two send baby Kakarot off in a pod ship, and then Freeza destroys planet Vegeta. Goku is later found by Grandpa Gohan, and now you know the rest of the story. All of this was animated in the latest Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball Super Broly. And putting aside my burning hatred for Broly, my burning hatred for Minus is enough for me to never want to sit and watch the whole thing. Because to me, it continues the pussification of the Saiyan race. One of the great things about Goku is that he's a subversion of both the Superman story of being sent off to Earth from a doomed planet, and a subversion in-universe of a Saiyan as they were normally known to act. Dragon Ball Minus robs us of the first, at the very least.
I've programmed this to head to a distant planet called Earth. The people on that world have low power levels and aren't technologically advanced. I think you'll be able to do well there, Guinea.
But hey, it's the new canon, and retcons are just the way of life, especially now in Dragon Ball. Remember how many survivors of the Saiyans there were originally said to be? For a while, it was the first DBZ TV special, the Bardock special, that gave us the basic impression of both how Saiyan society was and how Bardock in particular behaved. And before you say it, yes, it wasn't official canon, but there was nothing that contradicted the established characterization of the Saiyans in the manga, as Minus does. What are we first told about the Saiyans? Well, Raditz explains that the Saiyans go around clearing planets of life to be sold to the highest bidder. Kakarot, Goku, was sent to Earth as a baby to exterminate Earth's inhabitants, as it was determined a weak planet like Earth could be handled by a low-class child. The Turtle Hermit confirms that Grandpa Gohan found Goku in the woods, a violent, wild baby. But when he fell into a ravine and hit his head, his personality changed to be more good-natured. Now, granted, Raditz is hardly a great source of information, him being a lying murderous bastard who's trying to convince Goku to join him, but given the personalities of the other Saiyans we meet, Vegeta and Nappa, it's reasonable to believe that Goku was, as Raditz claimed, sent to kill everybody on Earth. It's not like they needed Goku so badly he would lie about it. The TV special backs this up. Kakarot is just a low-class Saiyan born to another low-class Saiyan, and doesn't seem to have any potential at birth. Bardock doesn't even have any interest in visiting the newborn in the nursery, where he's probably already crying Broly into insanity, or whatever is canon with that. He doesn't care at all about his kid at first, and why should he? Saiyans are all about power.
Kakarot, huh? You see it too somehow, don't you? Only an average power level. I thought you were special.
Well, on a planet Bardock and his crew cleared out for Freeza, Bardock is struck in such a way that he later receives strange visions of the future, Frieza's treachery, the fate of the Saiyan race, and his son's later exploits in the original Dragon Ball TV series and beyond. It's these visions that haunt him throughout the special as they confirm his greatest fears. In Dragon Ball Minus, however, while the Saiyans are still depicted as battle-hungry, their disposition seems to be different, more communal and even warm towards each other. Bardock and Guinea speak of worrying for their son. There's a moment that tries pathetically to tug on the heartstrings, where Kakarot's parents send him off to protect him, having a sweet moment as they take their last look at their son. The Bardock of the TV special never even mentions his wife. He doesn't give a damn about either of his children, and it's clear he's a pretty typical Saiyan, obsessed with strength. Unfortunately for the Saiyans, Freeza is looking to clean house. Bardock's crew is ambushed on a planet by Dodoria and other Freeza lackeys, and massacred. When Bardock shows up, he's at least able to put up a better resistance than they did.
You do it?
Where the heck did he go?
He can't hide forever.
Bardock!
What? Ah, there you are.
Die, you fool!
By the way, I don't know who the fuck this guy is with Freeza and Minus. Who are any of these guys in the adaptation? I'm sure they have names, but as their names aren't Zarbon and Dodoria, I don't care. In the Bardock special, Freeza is flanked by his closest underlings in pretty much every scene he's in. It's obvious, knowing what we already know, that Bardock is going to fail, and big time. In fact, it's pretty clear in the finale when Bardock makes a stand against Freeza, the evil conqueror barely even acknowledges his presence. Bardock never stood even a fraction of a chance. He's obliterated as if he were nothing, along with Frieza's men and the Saiyans on planet Vegeta. Kakarot speeds through space in his pod, eventually reaching Earth where... Wait, I covered this. But wait. In Minus, Goku arrives on Earth with armor on, and is a bit older than a newborn, which is different from in the TV special. Ah, right. Dragon Ball Minus is the new canon. It supersedes whatever came before. Besides which, the Bardock special was never... Wait... Actually, the Dragon Ball manga does have a panel of Frieza remembering Bardock, looking just as he did in the TV special, complete with bandana, something he doesn't have in Minus. This is a direct reference to the TV special, so did the TV special happen as depicted, or was it Minus, or a little of both? I'm probably overthinking it. It's just that the more time we spend with Bardock, the less special Goku is. Bardock was only just meant to be a low-class nobody who through chance was gifted future sight but couldn't possibly stop what was coming. It's not like he was a super shit. I forgot about that. I tried oh so hard to, at least. Yeah, an episode of Bardock, another DBZ feature. Bardock is somehow sent back in time by Frieza's Planet Buster attack, where he meets one of Frieza's ancestors and defeats him by becoming a Super Saiyan. Dude couldn't even defeat Dodoria, but somehow he was able to become a Super Saiyan. No wonder Toriyama hit the reset button on Bardock after this... thing. I'm surprised they didn't just go ahead and make him the first Super Saiyan God while they were at it. Just give it time. Maybe I'm just frustrated because, let's face it, Dragon Ball lore has gotten ponderous, turgid with retcons, expansion, and long-lost siblings. I mostly enjoy the direction Dragon Ball Super was going in with multiple universes, but it seems like the more we dig into the established past, the less we actually get. Let there be a little mystery, I say. It's like my problem with Broly, that he was such an unnecessary addition, enshrining an official, the legendary Super Saiyan, when it was just fine having Goku be the first one in thousands of years, but part of a coming trend, because of the intense training everyone goes through. Broly seemed like a cheat. This guy we never met just comes out of nowhere and he's the legendary Super Saiyan, and just bulldozes our heroes into the last second. And instead of dipping into the deep well of new Dragon Ball characters in multiple universes, Toriyama and Toei chose to fall back on a villain they'd already given 3 movies previous, all of which I loathed. Why can't Bardock just be a typical Saiyan, Kakarot sent to kill everyone, and Goku's mother unknown and unimportant? Expand outward, not backwards. Don't answer questions that nobody was asking, and while doing so, take away the mystique. That said, the special is competently constructed, with all due given weight to the oncoming doom via Bardock's visions and the betrayal of Frieza's forces. The music does plenty of the work in immersing the viewer as well, with some of Kikuchi's best pieces here, as well as some noteworthy additions by others. We really don't see a lot of Frieza's reasoning, but we don't have to. He's treated as more of a force of nature than an implacable villain. And of course, parts of this were incorporated back into the show and the beginning of movie 5, so its legacy continued. Too bad it led to things like episode of Bardock. Still, Bardock with his back at a crowd of Freeza's men, prepared to futilely take on the Mad Dictator, is definitely a striking and memorable image.
No way!
No! Freeza! Please don't!
Well, this video is another short one. It's a short feature, and I mostly just wanted to rant about the increasingly overcomplicated Dragon Ball background story. But the TV special itself is pretty excellent, if you watch it in Japanese with subtitles. The dub is a bust, and I'll explain another time. Next time, we finish this year's Dragon Ball month with a late Z feature full of jelly beans, Nazis, and cameos. Until then, see ya!
What's wrong with me? Am I losing my mind or what? That was from my crew to you.